Today, we're breaking down Eimi, an app that lets you turn the things you love into daily learning cards. Welcome to episode 56 of the App Breakdown. This app came into my attention for its UI style, and I also saw some videos of it on 60 FPS. Great website actually to find cool apps and cool designs. Shout out 60 FPS, not sponsored. So I thought it was a good app to bring on the show. Let's go ahead and open it for the first time. Boom. Okay. I like a lot of things straight out of the bat. Okay, extremely cool opening animation. I'm gonna close it to see if we can see that again. I'm already smiling, so it's already a good episode. As the letters are changing, there's custom haptics on the shake, things go out. Okay, so many cool details just on the first opening screen. First, the little two dots like signifying the eyes, and straight away you understand that it's eyes looking around. It's amazing. Then the card coming into view, the fact that the card expands and you understand the spatial model that we're gonna see on the app, the fact that there's haptics throughout the whole thing. I'm already very happy. Let's click on Start Exploring. Here it says Eimi daily cards for what you care about. Yep, start exploring. Oh, nice smooth animation with just the CTA and the Eimi coming down and then the cards going up and fading out of view. It was very soft, very nice. And straight away we're dropped into the home screen. Thank you Eimi, because we've been doing so many episodes where I have to go through a 37-step onboarding before getting to the app. So this feels extremely refreshing. I like to just be on the home screen. What do we have here? New at the top left and what I'm assuming to be date and settings at the top right. We have a button for a new task and then inspiring cards. So I think these are things you can learn, like Japanese or LLM ecosystem updates. Okay, what are we gonna do first? Let's try clicking new at the top left. The first thing that I'm noticing actually is that the new is repetitive because there's a new and then a new task, and I'm not sure which I'm supposed to tap on. I'm gonna tap the one on top right just because it's blue and bright, but it feels repetitive. Let's just tap there. Okay, nice little sheet coming from the bottom. And I think this is the first time I'm seeing a sheet that tries to have some thickness to it. If you see at the bottom, I'm gonna screenshot it here so that you can see. At the bottom of the screen, they add this little weight to make the card seem not 3D, but that there's some depth. Pretty cool. The design in general is reminding me of Joy, another app that we have seen, this Joy calendar. You can see they use the same icon for settings, for example, on the bottom left. So I'm immediately reminded of it. But let's actually take a look at what creating a task on Eimi is like. So we have new task. What do you want to explore? Then we have some suggestions for everyday law, design details. Okay, they got me with the design details. So I'm just gonna tap that. Boom. Notice subtle design details that are easy to miss. Okay, did they make this for me specifically? Next step. Okay, very cool animation with the sheet expanding and things just fading out. And now we have a loading animation. I'm guessing they're calling some kind of LLM to create these on the fly. So that's interesting. We have a stop button and then just a loading animation. So let's wait for that to complete. Okay, cool. It was faster than I was expecting. And again, very nice touch with the sheet expanding, the elements coming from the bottom to the top and fading into view. Like, I feel like all of these state transitions inside the sheet itself are being extremely well handled. So I really love that. It's not an easy thing to do. Let's make your tasks clear. Design field architecture, no. Okay, let's go with UX, UI, boom. Expert level, of course, professional. Focus on details, visual aesthetic, functional utility, psychological impact. Okay, so they on the fly created all of these categories based on the description. That's pretty cool. Let's go with visual aesthetic, sure. And then environment type, physical products, digital interfaces. Okay, if this works very well, I might actually become a daily user of this app to learn other things. This seems extremely compelling. Specific brands or styles? No. Include interactive quizzes to test observation? Yes, absolutely. Next step. Okay, now it's scheduling, whatever that means. I wish there was, again, some kind of loading effect instead of just a button. And now we have to finish. So 10:30 a.m., professional insights into subtle visual aesthetics and hidden design patterns within digital interfaces, including interactive observation quizzes. It feels like they just did a prompt based on the things that I inputted, and now they're going to feed the prompt into their system. And then we have here the time that we can customize. So they have the suggested and custom. Let's hit custom, see what it looks like. Okay, it's just a take on the classic time. So let's keep 10:30 a.m. Go back and click on how often. And for some reason it seems to be in like, why? What is that language there? Why is this not English? Okay, let's go daily and every day of the week. Yes, cool. Let's hit done, done. And now finish. New card came from bottom, preparing, nice animation. And I wish this animation also had the custom haptics that the intro animation did, because now the card was shaking there and I was imagining the haptics from the intro screen and I kind of missed them here. Okay, you're all set. This is a preview. The full cards will be delivered later. Cool, done. Okay, I love this. The card going into view. Basically my sheet transformed into one of the cards on my home screen. I absolutely love that. And now the home screen has significantly transformed. So we no longer have suggestions. We no longer have the repetitive new. We just have one task. So if we click on one task now, oh, it's not clickable. Okay, so this is a bit of a miss in terms of UX, just because if you have a button on the screen and then you actually change it to not be a button without significantly changing where it is or how it looks, you're gonna mislead users, especially when right next to it you have a button with the same treatment that is settings. So yeah, I really wish the one task either was not a button before or now just had a different placement or treatment, because right now, just in terms of UX, it's misleading. Actually, before we go into the card, let's go into settings on the top right. Let's click that. It's a full page that comes from the right. We have the Eimi eyes here at the bottom. I really love how expressive they are, even though they're just like two little lines growing and shrinking and moving to the side. This type of animation is just amazing to me. Okay, and we can send feedback, rate. I'm gonna rate 5 stars because why not? We love good apps, so I wanna rate this live. Boom. Okay, sent 5 stars. Let's continue with the breakdown. Okay, so now that we have our first card, UX, UI design details, let's actually go into it and see what the experience of consuming them look like. So we have 10:30 a.m. in running. If we tap it, nice little, let's go back, nice little expansion into a full view. And then we have preparing new cards. Wait, is it only going to be available tomorrow at 10:30 a.m.? I sure wish not. But while it's preparing, let's take a look at the rest of the UI. So we have running up top, which just means that they're creating the cards. We have share and we have more. Share does nothing because I'm not on the cards yet. And more as some options for start, edit, and pause. Okay, and again, I'm noticing the same UX issue where on the top, 2 of these buttons are active and the other 2 are inactive. And they all look the same. So that's clearly an issue. Let's go back. While I was trying to figure out how to generate the cards faster, one of them just generated. So now we have a new badge on the card on home. Let's tap it to see our first card. We tap that. Okay. We have still loading animation. Card comes into view. We have a bunch of tooltips to explain what is happening. And now we have our first cards. It seems like they are horizontally swipeable. Okay, let's try answering a few of the questions here to see what it looks like. So we have which shadow technique creates realistic depth and ground contact in UI? Multi-layered micro shadows. Let's go with that. Yep, for some reason I was expecting the card to like expand and give you more of an explanation about why this choice is correct and the others are wrong. Let's try tapping on the other options now. It does nothing, it's inactive. So let's try answering the next one just randomly. Oh. I got it right. Another one. I want to get, oh, I'm just getting all of them right. Okay. Now we know what a wrong one looks like. So basically 2 of them appear. The first one that you got wrong and then the one that is actually correct reveals itself. Pretty cool. And also on these cards, we can star and share them. So let's try doing that. I'm going to tap the share on the top right. Oh, great animation. Okay, let's see that again. Share. Boom, the card comes to the front. There's a bit of a glitch, but we're gonna overlook that. And then it goes into the sharing card, and you actually see not only the card that you answered, but the two cards next to it, the explanation of the cards that you are answering, and then a QR code. And you can save it as an image or click on share, which is probably gonna open the share sheet. Okay, this is great. I'm not sure what I was expecting in terms of sharing, probably just the card, but this is very, very cool. Let's close that and click on more. Try to get a starred card. Oh, I cannot, I don't have any. So maybe I need to long press. No, and long pressing doesn't really do anything. It puts the card down for some reason, so it's pressed, but I don't actually know what it does. Oh, I can move it down. Okay. Okay, I see what it means now. So to start a question, I long press it and then I pull it down and now it's actually started. Okay, this is one of those what I usually call designer animations, which are animations that are really clever, really cool, look amazing, but no normal user will ever find out. And this is a very classical thing that designers do. It's like you're on Figma, you're doing your thing, or you're prototyping. You find out this extremely clever animation. You feel like the king of the world of design. And then you realize that actually 0.5% of users are ever going to find that thing, which is totally fine if you're doing Easter eggs or things that just bring joy to your power users, but not if you have one of the main features like starring a card. That should come easy for every user. Okay, and I also see that we have a thumbs up, thumbs down here, probably to give feedback about the cards that were created. So let's give a thumbs up here, just as thanks. Okay, and let's try exiting. Oh, out of curiosity, I just tried swiping up the card and discover that that pulls up the share sheet. So again, perfect example of designer animation that looks extremely cool, but I'll never find it out. I just found out by mistake. But again, let's see it. Boom. It's exceptional. Really, really cool. I love that the card actually goes out of view and then comes back in and it's not a new card. So let's exit here. And what else do we have to do on this app? We can also create a new task. We've done that. You can consume. Oh, and now we have a bunch of new cards. Pretty cool. I thought they were going to be the same cards. Wait. No, they are the same cards, but my answers were not saved. Okay, so that's pretty weird. I would assume that it saves your answers, but apparently it does not. It saved the ones that I starred, but it did not save my answers. So maybe that's something that they need to work on. But yeah, I think we've seen everything about this app. I love the transitions and the animations. I love how clean it is. I love how to the point it is. There's no shenanigans, no 10-step onboarding, no dark patterns. And most of all, I love the tiny details that went into this thing, like the amount of effort that went into this sharing animation, the amount of effort that went into the transitions inside the creation sheet. I think this is an amazing example of an app that does one thing, does it extremely well, and does it most of all in a delightful way. So yeah, this has been episode 56 of the App Breakdown. I'll see you on 57.